I can tell you about a time when one of the principals of Apollo came to visit me in my property because we were spending around 260 million to redo the 2,000 hotel rooms. So he had a lot of questions for me, and we actually physically toured the product. But what I was impressed was here he is, a billionaire, just a titan at that time. He asked me a lot of detailed questions. One that I'll never forget was, why do you need to have irons and ironing boards in every room, Eileen? And I said, well, because there's 2,250 rooms in this property. And one of the top 3 requests for housekeeping is, may I have an iron and an ironing board? And he just kind of stared at me and he's like, nobody uses an iron and an ironing. And I really didn't know what to say, but there was a young designer that was with us that had worked on some of the designs. So I turned him and I said, this guy irons his jeans to go to the club. I took a bet. And he looked at me and he goes, well, she's right, I do that. And then he looked at me and goes, fine, give her the irons and ironing board. Now, it sounds hilarious, but on the backside, the reason I was so stressed about having them in the room was in 2,250 rooms, I would have had to hire runners just to handle all the calls and we
Right.
ran 98% full, Jason. So you're talking
Right.
thousands of guests. You never are going to be able to predict when they're going to need that and in which location. So here I'd have, let's say you had a 200 irons and ironing boards in housekeeping. I mean, the operation needed this. I was thinking the math on the labor would
Right.
kill my property and would kill my service scores, which means your rates are low, right?